Hey there, Wendy here with Jazzydoodledesigns, and today I thought we would do this page. Now I'm going to use the same colors as I did in this one, which shouldn't be hard since there's quite a few. Now my thoughts are, back out just a little, I want to go in with kind of like a lighter face and then branch off into sienna browns and dark browns for the hair. And then I will incorporate some of these colors into their little outfits. So that's my plan right now. So let's get started. Hello, my friends. How are you today? I hope that whatever you're doing right now brings you joy. And I hope that you have some coloring pencils or markers in your hand and are enjoying the day. Today, we are going to chat about monkeys. We're going to talk about this page. It is a much simpler page than the last one we did, so it is significantly shorter and a lot more straightforward, I think. So that's good. And I appreciate you all so much because the last color along felt painful to me. I don't know if it felt painful to you. I hope not. But I did it in so many takes. You know, most of January, I've just really been struggling. And I have no idea why. I don't know if it's the weather. I don't know if it's just, the depression that I deal with on a regular basis, just rearing its head a little bit more than normal. But I've really struggled to even find joy in coloring. And so I haven't really been as active on the channel as I would like. So apologies about that. But I think we have rounded a corner and things are going to get a little better for me. And you will be seeing me and hopefully a little more feisty than I was in the last video. So essentially what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use the same combination of cream and light umber on all of the little monkey faces. And then I'm going to incorporate the colors, for the background and their clothing, their little crowns or whatnot. But the idea is I'm going to probably use at least each, maybe not every color that I use, but like I'm going to use blue, I'm going to use green, purple, pink, and yellow in the page to really tie it together with the one on the left-hand side. I want it to be equally bright and colorful. So, what else? So I am going to be launching a Facebook group for all of the subscribers of Jazzydoodledesigns. My idea is to have a group where we can get to know each other a little better. We'll have the ability to direct message each other because sometimes you meet someone in the chat and you're like, hey, I'd really like to get to know this person. Maybe they're from your area. Maybe they say something that resonates with you and you just want to explore it a little further. But the public chat forum isn't always, maybe not necessarily appropriate, but I mean, maybe that's just not where you want to have that. And so I would like to have the Facebook group for that purpose, as well as I am dying to see what you guys are coloring. Too oftentimes on Instagram, I have a lot of followers, and some of the people that are in my group here or, on the Jazzydoodledesigns channel, maybe you have a different name on Instagram or whatever. And so I don't always correlate in my mind, oh, this is that person from YouTube over here on Instagram. And that's not to take away from the Instagram people. It's just I want to connect the pictures with a face and a name and create a community where if you're struggling with a page, you have a place to go to have your questions answered. And if you're super excited about something you colored and your family could care less, like mine, I mean, they're always supportive. But you can always tell when you get the, oh, that's really pretty. And, but they're like, okay. Like, they just can't appreciate it on the same level, is my experience. And so I want to provide a safe space for you to be able to post those, because the other thing I notice is a lot of the Facebook coloring groups are like, they're 30,000 people, which is still really large. And so this group, the criteria is you have to be a subscriber of my channel, and that's pretty much it. And then, of course, you can't be spamming. You can't be being mean to people. We're going to have moderators. Well, I'm going to be the moderator until we grow big enough that, I need more moderators. But that being said, it's a lot less intimidating to post something to a much smaller group. And so I really want that. I just really want Jazzydoodledesigns to be more about a community. And right now it just feels very one-sided. It feels like I put stuff out and I just pray that you guys like it. And in a Facebook group, I feel like we could have better conversations about the direction to take the channel and whatnot. Now, members definitely will get a little more, I'm going to put a little more strength into what they want, because they are, supporting me in this journey. But that being said, I do care about what the channel subscribers want as well, because you guys are the lifeblood. And so look for that soon. I'd like to add a few more things to make it a little more user-friendly and help you find certain things. I'm going to have like a lot of my videos tagged in there to where you can find the things that you're looking for. But, and we can talk about, how much we want to involve other creators in our group, because I am a big believer that these creators on YouTube, I am not the only one that can provide good content. There are amazing creators, and I like the idea of having a resource place where we can share those videos as well, and still be respectful of the fact that it is, my group. I don't want it to be 100% about other people's stuff, but I don't want it to be exclusive to mine either. So we can talk about that. So what else? The membership is open if you want to, but I never want anyone. There seems to be kind of a misconception about membership. One person even went so bold as to say that I was basically mooching off of people, and that they used the word bludger. I don't know that we use that word that much in the United States. I think it's more of a European word, but essentially it just means that I'm like begging for you guys to support me. And my goal is that anything that the membership provides, 100% goes back into the channel. So it provides more opportunity for me to try out things that maybe I have to pay a little bit more because I have to ship them to get them here early. Like, for example, Hannah Carlson's God's Jewel. Is that how you say that? The Merry Christmas book. It's not out in the United States, so I could order it on iMusic, and you just, you got to pay a little bit more. But I don't mind doing those kind of things because it allows me to present it to you early on, and then you can make the decision for yourself. Is it worth paying more? Is it worth waiting for? Do you want it at all? Right? But so that's what the money goes to. This is not buying me food. This is not providing me the ability to retire. And sadly, it is not. But also, it is not something that if you can't afford to be a member, you need to feel bad about because, or maybe you just, it's not something you're interested in. Either way, that's totally fine. And I never want anyone to feel bad about it. And I never want anyone to feel like they're missing out. There is going to be things that are members only, and that's only to be expected. But I am not putting my content behind a paywall either, because you as subscribers to my channel are, how do I want to phrase this? Like, you guys are super important to me, and I don't want to lose that just for members, right? And I want my channel to continue to be a place to find free content. And so you can expect the same number of videos. You can expect 1 to 3 videos a week from me. You can expect the same quality. I'm not going to pick up a project book for members only, and because that simply takes up too much time and would take away from the channel. And that is not my goal at all with membership. So with that said, do I want you to be a member? I would love for you to be a member. Is it helpful to me if you're members? Sure. Because like I said, that money goes to help buy those things. And, you know, I do have a limit as to what I can buy on my own. But anyway, I blathered on about that enough, but I thought it was important to chat about because I had a couple of people unsubscribe to the channel when I offered membership. And like I said, I had that person call me, you know, a bludger, and tell me that I should get a job. And so, and I was a little snarky in my reply to them because I have worked my whole life and it kind of pushed a button for me, because I have never once asked anyone to support me while I lounge about and do nothing. So, anyway, but what are we doing on the page? So once again, you can see I'm pulling in those colors from the left-hand side, making these bright, fun backgrounds. I'm layering them up. I didn't want to just bear down and push down too hard. I am going to use Zest It for the background. Okay, you guys, let's chat a little bit about some monkeys, shall we? Thought maybe we would do a little bit of an overview. Now, I mean, this is a topic that you could spend a lot of time. There are 216 species. Okay, so there are 216 species of monkeys in Africa. Now, one thing to note, they do talk about African monkeys are what are called old world monkeys. So I did Google that. And what they say is old world monkeys have tails, but they can't grasp objects with them. New world monkeys have the ability to grasp items with their tails, and they can use it to like swing from trees and different things like that. Now, essentially, New World monkeys are found in places like Central America and South America. And I would imagine North America too. But some other differences, New World monkeys have 3 premolar teeth, while Old World monkeys have 2. New World monkeys are small to medium size, while Old World monkeys can be very long-tailed. And New World monkeys have claws, while Old World monkeys have nails. And the last thing was Old World monkeys are more sexually dimorphic than New World monkeys, which I have no idea what that means. Okay, but I just wanted to mention that now we're going to focus on monkeys in Africa, right? So the diverse terrain and vegetation of Africa, from dense forest, sprawling grasslands to desert, offers over 200 different species of primates, and they enjoy various weather and food sources and prefer specific regions of Africa. So they're going to break down the most predominant in Africa. Number 1, chimpanzees. These endangered animals share almost 98% of their genetic makeup with humans, making them our closest living relatives. Less than 300,000 chimpanzees belonging to 4 subspecies inhabit Africa, but their numbers are dwindling rapidly. Mainly, they're being hunted for bushmeat trade, deforestation, and illegal wildlife trade. They're known for their intelligence and their industriousness. These social species live in large social groups, and they can use things such as rocks and sharp objects to forage, and they are one of the only non-human animals to be able to use tools. Grooming is an important aspect of their social life, and it promotes bonding. They eat a wide variety of food, including insects, eggs, nuts, and even smaller monkeys and antelopes. Ooh, that's interesting because antelopes aren't small animals. Okay, next up is baboons. Baboons range from 15 to 37 kilograms, and are among the world's largest monkeys. Baboons are covered with thick fur except for their muzzles and their tails, and they prefer semi-arid habitats and savannas of Africa. Their troops can number as many as 300, and they forage and travel and sleep together. Young baboons play together, and females of the troop have a kinship with each other. The dominant male, usually ranked by age or size, runs the troop. The primary sources of food are seeds, berries, grass, and animals such as fish, hare, earthworms, impalas, small antelope, and birds. Baboons are aggressive and confrontational. They often fight amongst themselves for ranking and mating. And I'm not going to go into all the subspecies. There's a lot in general, not necessarily baboons. I think there are 5. Okay, colobus monkeys, they don't have thumbs, and hence their name, which is derived from the Greek word for mutilated. These monkeys are social, tree-dwelling, and remain active during the day. There are 3 genres of colobus monkeys, each with their own subspecies. The black and white colobus monkeys have beautiful black fur and long white mantle and whiskers. The red colobus have different species, each differing in behavior, facial expressions, patterns, and vocalizations. The subspecies found in Africa, I'm not going to go into all those, but there are like 6 subspecies. The mangabe, these long-lived quadrupedal monkeys can be recognized by their cheek pouches and deep depressions under the cheekbones. Their tails are almost as long as their head and body. Their size ranges from 16 to 35 inches. Males weigh as much as 11 kilograms, while females weigh about 6 kilograms. These primates are highly social and communicate through specialized and loud vocalizations. They have large front teeth that help them bite into fruit that is too hard for other animals. Their diets mainly comprise of leaves, seeds, and fruit. And it looks like there are 10 subspecies of those. Mandrills. Oh, let's talk about the page just for a second. So I'm using cream here on the background. I really wanted to put down a layer of color just to see, I don't know, I really wasn't sure what color background I wanted. And so I started with cream. I am going to go over it again. Now, you may want to experiment with cream, and then my guess is I probably use goldenrod for the overall color. So you can see if it makes a difference to skip this step, because I do end up using a darker tone. But anyway, okay. So mandrills are easily identifiable thanks to their bright coloration and the thick ridges along with the nose that range from pink, scarlet, blue, and purple. They have bare-colored patches of skin on their face and buttocks, and their distinctive colors become brighter when a mandrill is excited. They live in troops headed by a dominant male. They can be in troops or hordes as big as 800 members. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine if you ran into like even a troop of 400 mandrills? That would be kind of scary. They feed on plants, fruits, mushrooms, and tree barks. Their sharp canines help them by biting into food, and their large cheek pouches help them store food for consumption at a later time. According to the IUCN list of threatened species, these are vulnerable because of the rampant hunting and habitat loss. Okay, our next category is guenon, and it includes 26 different species and 35 different subspecies. They're a medium-sized primate that have a rounded head, long back legs, and a long tail. They are notable for their striking colored pattern and beautiful fur. These colorful and lively animals communicate not just with sounds, but also with their different facial expressions. They are tree dwellers, and some groups also inhabit wetlands. They're very social and territorial. They live in large groups comprising several young members and females and a single adult male. They band together for foraging. Their diet includes leaves, fruits, insects, and small animals. Some easily spotted subspecies include the puffy-nosed monkey, the spot-nosed guenon, the blue monkey crown monkey, it literally says that, and golden monkey. Okay, African monkeys are the most colorful mammals and the brightest, and one of the most eye-catching is a tiny primate which only weighs 500 to 700 grams, which is endemic to Brazil, the golden-headed lion tamarin. By the way, that's 1.2 to 1.5 pounds. So they're very, very small. There's African snow monkeys. There's a small area, the Atlas Mountains, on the northern edge of the Sahara Desert, where there is deep snow. It says it looks very similar to the European Alps, but they're African mountains, and it is a beautiful landscape to the home of the only African monkey species with no tail, the Barbary macaw. I hope I'm saying that right. I am trash with pronunciation. Okay. There's one called the bleeding heart monkey, or the Galata baboon, which is an old world monkey found only in the Ethiopian highlands. They are not actually baboons, but the only living members of the genus Theropithecus. Blah, blah. Okay, every evening these monkeys drop down onto ledges on cliffs, and their family unit usually huddle together to keep warm. By getting off the plains, they escape leopards and spotted hyenas preying on them all night. Most species of baboons are not at all fussy about what they eat and will just about eat anything. Insects, lizards, roots, and fruit. Some will even hunt and will eat baby antelope. But one species, which was once considered a true baboon but is now found in its own genus, is a vegetarian. Okay, next up is the African vervet, which are found, it says, they do not like to be alone and live in troops as large as about 50 individuals. They are not aggressive African monkeys, and even the alpha male, which is about 13 pounds or 6 kilograms, he may put on a show to intimidate you, but if you get too close, he will run away. Like any wild animal that is cornered and not able to escape, only then will he bite, because he is fearful and needs to protect himself and his family. Monkeys can see color, and that is obvious because they are so colorful and use colors for display, like the male vervet monkey. This monkey has a powder blue scrotum, beautiful and flashy enough to attract the ladies, but mainly keep rivals away from his troop. This lovely color fades as he loses his social rank. Well, that's really interesting because in that troop, they want blue balls. Okay, I'm really sorry. That was a little off key. But, I'm sorry. The mandrill monkey, but not sorry enough, I'm taking it out. Mandrill monkey. The biggest African monkey in the world is the mandrill, but is closely followed by its closest relation, the shy drill monkey that lives in West Africa. The more colorful cousin, the mandrill, is one of the most seen in zoos. Mandrill monkey populations are growing less as they are often hunted for bushmeat. These rare African monkeys do not attack humans. It is a shy monkey and prefers to avoid people. There are only a few thousand of them left, and this wonderful, huge African monkey is classified as endangered. Mandrill males are dominant if their colors are bright. As soon as they fade, the females begin looking for a new male to breed with. The dominant male lords over a troop of about 30. 20 of them are usually females he can breed with. In this troop, there are often 1 or 2 males, but they're younger, slimmer in build, and not as powerful, and their colors are not as bright as the dominant male. You know that the monkey that is named after a Hindu god and is sacred, people feed them and tolerate them raiding farms and homes. Well, that monkey is Hanuman langur and is most studied and most seen in the city of Jaipur, India. The bond between the mother and the monkey is very strong, and if it happens for some reason the infant dies, she will carry the dead infant around for weeks. Oh, that's so sad. The most intelligent monkey in the world is a New World monkey. It's called a capuchin. These clever monkeys are native to the tropical forest in Central America and South America, and as far south as northern Argentina. These monkeys are also better known as the organ grinder monkeys. Using a rock to crack open hard nuts, what we do not see is that the little nut is set in a depression of the other rock's surfaces and uses the other rock like an anvil and leans on its tail for balance. That's really... Does that paragraph seem like it's in the wrong place? I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't following. Okay. The patas, the dancing African monkeys. The patas African monkeys, which has other names like wadi or hussar monkey, is an old world species with a habitat range from west to central to East Africa. They are, however, much more populated in West Africa. When excited, they jump around, hence nicknamed dancing African monkeys. Their limbs are unusually long and ably suited for terrestrial movement and speed. They are the world's fastest primate with speeds of about 54 miles an hour. They run with their fingers, not their palms, and may be mistaken for a cheetah in motion. Wow, they must be going pretty fast. Okay, Pongo. The only member of the Pongo genus is critically endangered. This is the largest and heaviest ape living in Asia's shrinking forest. It is the highly intelligent orangutan. So I must just be on a page about monkeys in general. It's interesting. It says African monkey facts, but then talks about monkeys in Asia and Central America. Okay. So these are just some African monkey overview that we didn't really touch on. So their lifespan is about 15 to 20 years in the wild and 21 to 24 years in captivity. Females sexually mature at age of 3, while the males sexually mature at the age of 4. The African monkeys have a gestation period of about 23 to 24 weeks. And then the babies are nursed for about 3 to 5 months after they're born. They like to choose tall, isolated trees to sleep in to avoid predators. Now, this next set of facts that I'm going to tell you about are just about monkeys in general, not necessarily African monkeys. So, monkeys can understand written numbers and can even count. They can also understand basic parts of arithmetic and even in rare cases, multiplication. To attract a female partner, male capuchin monkeys will urinate in their hands and then rub it thoroughly into their fur. Charming. Just charming. The origins of the words monkey are unclear. It also seems to be related to mannequin from the Dutch manneken, little man. It could be derived from the name of a popular medieval beast story in which the son of the ape is named Monkey. Number 4, scientists observe female monkeys teaching their young how to floss their teeth with human hair. I would like to know where they got the human hair. No, I don't want to know. Okay, number 5, the smallest monkey in the world is the pygmy marmoset, with a body as little as 5 inches and a tail length of about 7 inches. In comparison, they're about the size of a hamster, which can fit in the palm of a human hand, and they weigh about the same as a pack of cards. Number 6, the most recently discovered monkey is the Leshula monkey, and it was discovered in 2007 in the Democratic Republic of the Congo in Africa. Apes, gibbons, lemurs, and chimpanzees are not scientifically classified as monkeys. They're all primates, but like humans, they have different classifications to monkeys. Number 8. An abandoned medical research facility in the New York Blood Center uses wild chimpanzees in its vaccination research in the 1970s. When the research facility shut down in 2005, the 66 remaining chimps were set free on a small landmass soon dubbed Monkey Island. Wonder how they're doing now. At the tip of a monkey's tail is a patch of bare skin that acts similar to humans' fingertips. It is sensitive to touch and has tiny ridges that give the tail a better grip. Now, I'm assuming that's only New World monkeys. Okay. Number 11. Monkeys that live in Central and South America are called New World monkeys. Monkeys that live in Africa and Asia are called Old World monkeys. Number 12. Contrary to popular opinion, humans did not come from monkeys. Rather, humans and monkeys share a common ancestor 25 to 30 million years ago and then evolved from this animal into various different ways. Number 13. Old World monkeys have narrow noses that point down, don't hang in trees, are larger, don't have prehensile tails, meaning they can't grab things with their tail, and they have strange sitting pads on their bottoms. New World monkeys have a flatter nose, live in trees, and have the ability to grasp objects with their tail. Number 14. The female spider monkey has the longest tail of all the primates. Even though the body is only 2 feet long, its tail can reach 3 feet in length. Their tails can carry the monkey's entire body weight and even pick up items as small as a peanut. Number 15. Mandrill monkeys have fangs that are longer than lion's fangs. They also have multicolored bottoms, which makes them easier to see in the leafy gloom of the forest. Number 16. The fastest primate on Earth is the tortoise monkey, which can reach speeds of 34 miles an hour, which is 55 kilometers per hour for all of the rest of the world. The uakari is one of the rarest and most unusual looking of all the New World monkeys. While it looks similar to an orangutan, its face is pink, which often turns bright red when the animal becomes excited or angry. It also makes a noise similar to human laughing. Number 18. While monkeys and apes are related, they are very different from each other. Monkeys have tails, have snouts, and are not as intelligent as apes. Additionally, apes are not found in North or South America or Europe, while monkeys are. I did not know that. Okay. Number 19. The owl monkey, otherwise known as the night monkey, is the only nocturnal New World monkey. They're also one of the few monkey species affected by malaria, which means they have been used in non-human primate malaria experiments. Okay, I'm going to apologize in advance for pronunciation. Africa's Namib Desert is home to the Chachma baboons. One hardy Chachma baboon troop survived 116 days without water in the desert by eating figs. That is crazy, y'all. 116 days? That's like 4 months. Okay. The only wild monkey in Europe is the tailless Barbary macaw, which I think I'm saying that wrong, which is found in parts of northern Africa and the British territory of Gibraltar. Number 22. The first primate in space was a rhesus monkey named Albert. On June 14, 1949, Albert was sent into space to test the effects of space travel on a body. While he survived the flight, he died when the rocket's parachute failed. Oh, how sad. All that for nothing. Number 23. The Japanese macaque. It's the northernmost monkey and is capable of living in more than 3 feet of snow in as temperatures as low as 5 degrees Fahrenheit, which is minus 15 degrees Celsius. Number 24. The largest monkey in the world is the male mandrill. It's almost 1 meter or 3.3 feet long and weighs about 35 kilograms or 77 pounds. They just look menacing too. You know, they're the ones with the really bright, long red nose and the blue to the side of it. You know what I'm talking about, right? I probably should have colored my monkey like that, but I didn't. All right. The monkey is the 9th animal in the Chinese zodiac. People born in the year of the monkey are supposedly intelligent, lively, and creative, but might also be selfish and impatient. Okay, do you guys want to guess if Wendy was born in the year of the monkey? Yes, she was. Okay, so, yeah, that's me. Impatient, creative, intelligent, selfish, easily distracted, easily discouraged when the going gets tough. They are most compatible with rats and dragons and least compatible with tigers. My husband is a rat. That sounds terrible. He was born in the year of the rat, though, and we do get along very well. Okay, number 27. The capuchin monkey is the most common and the most intelligent of the New World monkeys. Number 28. The spider monkey is the most acrobatic of the New World monkeys and has been known to leap across gaps as large as 35 feet. Okay, that's like, I don't know, what is that, 3 meters for you guys? Or 11 meters for you guys? That's a lot. That's crazy. Okay, monkeys are found almost everywhere on Earth except Australia and Antarctica. That's because the monkeys don't want nothing to do with all of those dangerous animals in Australia. Okay, number 30. The Diana monkey was named for the Roman goddess of hunting because of the stripe on its forehead resembles a Diana bow. Number 31. The howler monkey has the loudest call of any other primate and is one of the loudest animals in the world. Interestingly, the louder the howler monkey, the smaller its testicles and the lower its sperm count. Okay. I'm sorry, that just struck me as funny. It's like, I guess small man syndrome affects the monkeys too. Okay. Capuchin monkeys are named after the 16th century monks because the monkey's hair resembles the monks' hooded robes. Number 33. Monkeys are long-lived, surviving in the wild anywhere between 10 and 50 years. Number 34. Ethiopian gelidas form the largest monkey troops in the world, numbering between 350 to 650 individuals. Number 35. Baboons have a language of more than 30 sounds. They can communicate through actions such as shrugging and lip smacking too. Number 36. Picking out parasites and dirt from each other's fur is a great way for monkeys to communicate, form social hierarchies, and strengthen family and friendship bonds. Found only in the Chinese province of Yunnan, the black snub-nosed monkey lives at the highest altitudes of nearly 15,000 feet. Number 38. A group of monkeys is variously called a troop, a barrel, a carload, a cartload, or a tribe. Number 39. To identify themselves more easily, squirrel monkeys will smear food on their tails, much like how humans may wear name tags. Okay, I'm not sure of the correlation there, but number 40. Due to the loss of trees in their natural in their native habitat. Only about 1,500 golden lion tamarins exist in the wild. Number 41. Each year, about 55,000 primates are used as test animals in the U.S., and about 10,000 are used in Great Britain, and Japan uses millions. Number 42. When researchers offered the Japanese macaw sweet potatoes during research in the 1940s, the monkeys didn't like the taste of the dirt on the veggies, so they washed it off. Now, generations later, washing food has become a learned behavior. No other monkeys in the world are known to wash their food before eating. That's really interesting. Number 43. HIV was created in the stomach of a chimp who had eaten 2 different types of monkeys that had 2 different viruses. The 2 viruses combined to form a hybrid virus, which then spread through the chimp species and then later was transmitted to humans. Number 44. White-faced capuchin monkeys rub their fur with giant African millipedes, which acts as a form of insect repellent. Oh, that is the one animal, centipedes and millipedes, like seriously wig me out. Like, I don't know, there's something about all those little legs or something. Okay. 45. After weeks of training, rhesus monkeys learned to recognize themselves in a mirror. The first thing they did was to promptly examine their genitals, every intimate nook and cranny. Number 46. The monkey orchid is a flower that evolved to look like the grinning face of a monkey. Ironically, instead of smelling like bananas, it smells like a ripe orange. Number 47. Alexander I, the king of Greece, died from sepsis in 1920 after being bit by one of his pet monkeys. His death led to a war that killed over 100,000 people. Number 48. A recently discovered monkey, the Burmese sneezing monkey, sneezes whenever it rains. These monkeys have an upturned nose which traps rain in their nostrils. That would make me sneeze too. Number 49. A group of 15 captive monkeys at a primate research institute in Japan used tree branches to fling themselves over a high voltage fence. They were later lured back to the research center with peanuts. Wow, they made a little daring escape. Number 50. The mustached Emperor Tamarin is believed to have been named for German Emperor Wilhelm II. Both have impressive mustaches. Oh my gosh, this monkey with the mustache is so cute. And number 51, the scientific name for gorilla is gorilla. That's my favorite fact. Okay, so let's talk about what's going on the page. There really isn't a whole lot to explain here. I am just doing some pretty straightforward shading and coloring. So let me find us some more facts. The story of the tortoise and the monkey. There was once an old tortoise who lived with his wife and family in a large lake on the borders of which grew an extensive jungle. And in the forest there were many wild beasts, more specifically monkeys, who swarmed in great numbers all along the shores of the lake. It happened one day that the tortoise came out of the lake and went for a stroll amongst the trees that grew near the water. After walking for some distance, he became hungry and looked up into a coconut tree near which he found himself. He thought how much he should like to get one of the coconuts which were growing near the top. He made several awkward attempts to climb the tree, but the stem was so straight and smooth he was quite unable to succeed. He was just about to give up the attempt in despair when he spied a large monkey sitting among the branches. The monkey, who had been watching the tortoise's attempts to climb up the tree with curiosity, felt rather sorry at his failure and noticed that the tortoise was a fine, well-grown fellow with a handsome shell. He thought he would do him a kindness, so breaking off one of the 2 coconuts, he threw them down to the tortoise, who ate gratefully of the fruit. The 2 animals now entered into conversation with one another and soon striking up quite a friendship. The monkey led away the tortoise into the jungle and showed him a comfortable cave where he could spend the night. The tortoise was so interested with all he saw and so pleased with his friend, the monkey, that he remained for several days in the forest, moving about during the day and sleeping with the monkey in the cave every night. Meanwhile, Mrs. Tortoise was becoming rather anxious concerning her husband's prolonged absence. He had never been away from home so long before. So finally she dispatched one of the young tortoises to find out where his father was and how he was getting on. The young tortoise accordingly swam to land, and after hunting for about some time, he came to the forest and found his father near the cave. "Good morning, Father. Mother has sent me to find out where you are and how you're getting along." "Oh, I am all right, my boy. Tell Mother she needs not trouble about me. My friend Brother Monkey and I are just having a good time in the forest, and we'll be home in a few days. Now run off to your mother." So the young tortoise went back to his mother and told her what had happened. Mrs. Tortoise was not at all pleased at her husband's conduct. "It is quite time that he should return to his wife and family," she said, "instead of amusing himself with a vulgar monkey in the forest." So she sent the boy back again to his father with a message to say Mrs. Tortoise was very ill, and that her physician had told her that the only thing to cure her was a monkey's heart. So she must return at once to his home and bring a monkey along with him. The young tortoise accordingly proceeded to hunt out his father again, and as soon as he met him, he gave Mrs. Tortoise's message. On hearing the news of his wife's illness, Mr. Tortoise became much alarmed and reproached himself for having stayed away so long, and in order to secure the necessary medicine for his wife, he informed his friend the monkey he was obliged to return at home at once on urgent business, and he invited the monkey to come and spend a few days at his house. The monkey accepted his friend's invitation, and the 2 set off together to the shores of the lake. When the monkey understood it would be necessary for him to enter the lake, he became rather alarmed and remarked to the tortoise that having never been in the water, he was afraid it would be difficult for him to reach the tortoise's home. "Never fear about that, Brother Monkey. I can arrange that quite simply. If you will mount upon my back, I will swim with you wherever you want to go." So the monkey mounted upon the tortoise's back, and the tortoise set out to swim to his house. As they went across the lake, the tortoise began telling Monkey about his wife's illness, and doing so, he foolishly let out that the only medicine to cure her was a monkey's heart. On hearing this, Monkey became very much alarmed, and he saw he was being led into a trap. "Dear me, Brother Tortoise, I am very much grieved to hear about your wife's illness, but if she is as bad as all that, I do not think that one monkey's heart will be enough. I should think 3 or 4 at least would be required in order to effect a cure. If you'd like, I can easily get several other monkeys from amongst my friends to accompany us to your home." The tortoise thought this was a good idea and agreed to carry the monkey back to the shore and wait for him there while he went off to fetch some other monkeys. So he turned around and swam back through the lake until he reached the edge, where he waddled out onto the beach. As soon as he found himself on dry land, the monkey skipped off to Tortoise's back as fast as he could, and climbed to the top of the tallest tree he could find in a twinkling. On reaching the top of the tree, he began reviling the tortoise and calling out every bad name he could think of. "You're a nice sort of friend to ask me to pay a visit to your home in order to kill me and use my heart as medicine for your ugly wife. Do you call that a proper return for all of my attention to you and for showing you all over the jungle? However, I have been too clever for you this time, and you will have to do without my heart for many a long day to come. And as to the hearts of those other monkeys I promised you, well, you can just wait until you find them yourself." The tortoise, on hearing these words, fell into a violent passion and made several efforts to climb the tree in order to punish the monkey. But being quite unable to climb, he soon gave up his attempt. He so hid himself in the waters until evening, and soon it was dusk. He came out onto the land and proceeded very quietly to the cave where he and the monkey had lived together, and concealed himself in the darkest corner, waiting until the monkey should come in. The monkey, however, was a good deal too clever to be caught in a simple trap like this. When his usual bedtime arrived, he came to the mouth of the cave and looked in. He said, "Oh, great cave, great cave." The tortoise lay low in his dark corner and gave no sign of life. After a few moments' silence, the monkey called out again, "Oh, great cave, great cave." So the tortoise lay low and gave no sign. "Curious thing," said the monkey to himself in an audible tone of voice. "Very curious. There used to always be an echo in this cave, but I can't hear the slightest echo tonight. There must be something wrong." "Oh, great cave, great cave." The foolish tortoise, thinking he simulated an echo, the monkey would enter the cave as usual. Hereupon gave answer from his dark corner, "Oh, great cave, great cave." On hearing this, the monkey chuckled to himself at the simplicity of the tortoise and went off to sleep in some other part of the forest. Okay, and I guess that's where it ends. We're nearing the end here, guys. Now this one, I guess, is probably the one I should have colored like a mandrill, right? With the red going down the nose and the blue on the side. But it's my color book, and I rather like how the page turned out. I feel like the brown really kind of grounds all of the really bright colors, right? It just gives the eyes a place. It's kind of like white space, right? It just gives the eyes a little rest. All right, we're nearing the end, guys. And if you stuck with me this long, my present to you is you get to help me decide what page we're going to color next in this book. Do you want page 16/17? Page 44/45?
Another one.
Let me see. Page 26. Or you can put your own number. Leave it in the chat. Let me know what page you want me to color next. And I'm just going to finish up these last little bits. I am going to use a black glaze pen as well as a white Posca. So what else is new? Let's see. My grandbaby turned 2. So cute. We took him to Chuck E. Cheese, and he just, I don't know, he's just a very content baby. Let's see, what else? We took my mom to the casino. We all lost money, sadly. It wasn't a good day at the casino. We never gamble like our rent or anything like that, but we brought a little bit of money to play. We just play with the slots and stuff. And my mom just likes games of chance. She always has. So this was for her birthday. And so kind of a belated birthday gift to her. But we had a lot of fun. We've gotten a lot of snow. I mean, for Colorado, probably not what you might say a lot, but this last snow, we got probably 6 or 7 inches, and the week before, maybe 2 or 3 inches, so we still have snow on the ground, which in Colorado, it very often snows in the winter, but then it melts almost immediately because we have something like 350 some odd days of sunshine. So snow doesn't really stick around much here, but we still have snow on the ground right now. But it is melting, and I just went out and there's like a big icy patch in front of my door. So I got to get some salt so that we can get that taken care of, because I know I would be the one to biff it. And I don't want to break another leg. I have only had one broken bone, and I'd like to keep it that way my whole life. Okay, so here I'm using sand, I guess, as the color. I don't know why I thought I used goldenrod. Actually, I think I changed my mind here. Let's see if I do. We're all waiting on pins and needles. Because I just felt like maybe this wasn't too
elves,
much
and
of a...
halflings.
Well,
Shared
I
rule?
guess I did, and I cut out all of the footage of it.
How different
So
would the
my
world
guess
look
is
if more
this is
people had a voice in
goldenrod
decisions?
because
How different would it be for
it's much darker than that sand. But nobody wants me to color an entire page just with one color. So here I have the glaze black pen, and I'm just going in, and you want to work on this left to right because you will smear it, because it does take a little while to dry. But I'm just going to go in and do the eyes. I'm going to do like the little stripes in the Scotch tape, and, you know, just whatever other little black elements I see, right? I feel like this will help tie it into the page on the left. And then I'm also going to be using the white Posca because I do have some white on the left-hand side of the page as well. I hope you've had fun doing this color along with me. I really enjoyed this page. It was quick. It was enjoyable without being too simple, right? Here I guess I missed a little of the footage of me putting some white dots in the middle wherever there was some. And then here I'm just adding some white dots just for interest in the big lion mane of hair here, or the monkey mane. But I really like how these little tiny details just really help bring out a page. Now, do as I say and not as I do. I do recommend working from left to right. In this case, the left, you know, the book's upside down. So, because otherwise you will smear it. Ask me how I know. But as always, I do appreciate you watching. Don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe. Share it with your friends if you want. You can always click on the save button and then save it to a playlist. You can create as many playlists as you want. And this really helps me because oftentimes I can't finish a video that I started, and then I forget what I was watching. So I do try and, sorry about the hair. And yes, I do comb my hair, just obviously not today. But, but anyway, if you click on the share button, it will allow you to save it to a playlist so that you can go back to it when you do have more time. I really like this about Posca too. If you make a mistake, let it dry and then you can scratch it off with your finger. And here I'm just adding a few more dots. I felt like this little guy didn't have any dots, and I thought he should have. You could definitely do dots in his bow, but I didn't. So this is our final page, and until next time, Happy coloring, y'all. Thank you for watching another video from Jazzydoodledesigns. If you would like more adult coloring content and a little more snark, feel free to check out my membership. Don't forget to like, comment, and share, and subscribe. And until next time, happy coloring. Thank you for watching another video from Jazzydoodledesigns. If you would like more adult coloring content and a little more snark, feel free to check out my membership. Don't forget to like, comment, and share, and subscribe. And until next time, happy coloring.